Morning.
Morning.
Talking about Mark 10, just like Terry read this morning. Jesus predicts his death the third time. So the heading can't be any more clear, right? Jesus, he's having a hard time getting the disciples to understand he's not going to be around much longer. We should quickly review the other two times Mark records Jesus predicting his death. Mark 8, verse 31 to 33. Colonel Smith, I think in fact, I know he clearly explained that passage last week, so we're not going to go back to that. Mark 9, 30 to 35. The heading there is Jesus predicts his death the second time. So I'm going to read through that. They left that place and passed through Galilee. Jesus did not want anyone to know where they were, because he was teaching his disciples. He said to them, "The Son of Man is going to be delivered into the hands of men. They will kill him, and after 3 days he will rise." But they did not understand what he meant, and they were afraid to ask him about it. They came to Capernaum. When he was in the house, he asked them, "What were you arguing about on the road?" But they kept quiet, because on the way they had argued about who was the greatest. So they were embarrassed. Sitting down, Jesus called the 12. He said, "Anyone who wants to be first must be the very last, and the servant of all." So Jesus is clearly telling them that he's going to be delivered into the hands of the men that are going to kill him, right? After 3 days, he's going to rise. But they did not understand. Now to our text today, Mark 10, verse 32. We find Jesus, he's walking ahead of the crowd on his way up to Jerusalem. Now there's a clear distinction made here between how the disciples are feeling and how the rest of the crowd is feeling. So the disciples, they're full of amazement, they're full of awe, right? And the rest of the crowd is filled with fear. What are they scared of? I think mostly the fear of what's going to happen this year in Jerusalem. Maybe the fear of getting caught walking in the same crowd as this rebel called Jesus. There's no mention here of Jesus even teaching or even looking back or even talking to the crowd. I think it seems like Jesus, seems like he sensed the feelings of those people behind him. So he, once again, he takes the 12 disciples off to the side. We find that throughout the Bible, right? So he takes them off to the side and probably to let the others pass by. Or most likely, he felt the need to once again get his best friends and his most loyal followers to understand this is his final journey to Jerusalem. He's going there to sacrifice himself. They just don't seem to understand. I think Jesus, he must have been breaking down, right? He wants his friends to understand. Kind of like when we have either really bad news or we get really good news, kind of the first thing we want to do is reach out to our friend, right? Reach out to somebody who thinks can understand us, somebody that's going to empathize with us. A lot of times we don't hold it in. I think that's what Jesus is doing here too. Just trying to help his friends, his followers understand the importance of what's coming up. Now, back to our passage here. So Jesus, he takes the 12 off to the side and he tells them, "Listen, we're going to Jerusalem. The Son of Man is going to be delivered to the chief priests and to the scribes." He said, "They're going to condemn me to death. They're going to hand me over to the Gentiles. They're going to mock me, they're going to spit on me, they're going to beat me, and ultimately they're going to kill me." 3 days later, I'm going to rise again. So, looking at that description compared to the other two, this time Jesus, he gets even more precise, even more graphic. Tells them how the Jewish leaders, disciples already knew the Jewish leaders were upset, holding them up to kill them, right? So Jesus tells them how they're going to join forces with the Gentiles, with the Romans. They're going to mock him, spit him, beat him, kill him. In other words, they're not just going to stab Jesus in the back alley and leave him to die, like the Jews probably wanted to do. They're going to publicly humiliate him before killing him. So just hearing that graphic in the description, you think the disciples would understand the mission, right? But to answer that, Mark doesn't even mention the disciples missing the point. Instead, he just goes straight to record their actions. Verse 35 to 37. So, James and John boldly tell Jesus, "We want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." Jesus asked them, "Well, what is it you want?" So they asked him to be seated, one on his left, one on his right, in his glory. So, remember back the second time Jesus predicted his death? What did they do? Right after he said he was going to die and rise again, they started arguing about who was going to be the greatest, right? Who's going to be the best in the kingdom. This time, James and John didn't go and argue about it. Instead, they jumped on the opportunity and they asked Jesus. They could be the greatest, you know. They could be. They wanted to be vice president, chairman of staff. They wanted to be the top of the kingdom with Jesus, right? They wanted to be. They see they're jumping to conclusions here. They think that Jesus is going to be this conquering king of Israel that everybody was hoping for, and they'd be the second and the third in command. They'd finally get the fame and the glory that they deserve for following Jesus. Now, before we judge James and John too harshly here, we have to examine our own hearts. How often have we prayed prayers selfishly, asking for something we desire? Anyone pray for the Blackhawks to get into the playoffs this week? Or what about when the Cubs were going for the World Series? I heard a lot of people, not even Christians or religious people, say it'd be an answered prayer, right? So I've got some PowerPoints up here. Cubs faithful, baseball and religion often overlap. Wrigley is a temple. Last night, the Cubs fans went to pray. Cubs fans literally praying for America. Some pictures here. Pray. It wasn't just Christians either. Muslims came to pray for the Cubs at Wrigley. Guilty too, trying to pray our own selfish prayers. A lot of times people pray for raises at work or for promotions. A lot of things like that. Back to our passage, Mark 10, verse 38 to 40. Jesus doesn't overreact. He doesn't yell at them for missing the point. He basically tells them that they have no idea what they're asking for. He answers them with a question. He's really good at that. Right? Jesus says, "Are you able to drink the cup I drink? Or to be baptized with the baptism I'm baptized?" So they're still not understanding what Jesus' answer was asking. They answer, "Yeah, we're able." Jesus agrees with them. Little did they know that Jesus agreed with them here. He's somewhat foretelling their deaths. James, he was put to death with the sword on King Herod's orders. It's in Acts 12, verse 2. And John, according to church tradition, he was put to death by boiling in oil, boiling hot oil. So both of them two also had a cup of suffering. There's a lot of symbolism in the boiling in oil being compared to baptism. So both of them were. They drank from the cup and they baptized too. But Jesus, he tells them it's not his decision who's going to sit on his left or who's going to sit on his right when he enters glory. It's for them that it has been prepared, he says. So once again, see Jesus, he's looking right into their hearts, where he sees that they're trying to get their worldly fame and their prestige. Where we are today, we can look through the lens of history, right? We know who the real people were. Jesus is left and his right when he went into the grave. A thief and a murderer. Mark 15, verse 27 says they crucified two rebels with him, one on his right, one on his left. We don't hear James and John wanting to be on his left or his right at that time. Jesus actually entered into glory. See who was there. On our passage, not surprisingly, we find the other 10 disciples all of a sudden getting mad, right? They get mad at James and John. Basically, they're mad that the two of them beat them to the punch. They too wanted to be top of the kingdom of Jesus. They wanted to be high up in his government, right? When he comes, seems like they just didn't really understand what he was asking again. So they're jealous. Envy and jealousy is probably King and Abel. They're all striving for that higher position. I think you can feel the tension building in this passage, right? So Jesus, what's he do? He basically calls them back together again. He starts teaching them probably the most important lesson of this passage. He starts by pointing out the obvious, exactly what the disciple is striving for. It says, verse 42, Jesus called them together and he said, "You know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them. Their high officials exercise authority over them. But," use that powerful three-letter word, "but this is not the way among you." So this is going to be a different kingdom. Someone's going to have a different set of rules. This kingdom will be based on servanthood, not on self-glory or on power. And Jesus says again, "But whoever wishes to be great among you must be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you must be servants of all." The kingdom of God is a kingdom focused on serving others. I think that's the reason why the Salvation Army has been so successful for so many years, because we have the heart of service, right? Our mission, our ministry, everything's about serving, not trying to be on the front lines. You know, when I was down in Texas, we seen that a lot. Red Cross was always front and center. A lot of different organizations, they want to be front and center. Salvation Army was kind of quietly behind the scenes serving. I think that's very important in all of our lives in service. Focus always has to be on service. Jesus keeps going here, and he keeps explaining that even the Son of Man, the Son of God, he didn't come into the world to be served. He came into the world to serve others. Ultimate act of Jesus' service in the last few words of this passage. Jesus came to give his life as a ransom for me. That's the main point Jesus is trying to make. He didn't come on earth to create a new kingdom for him and his disciples are going to reign. He came to give up his life as a ransom for me. Jesus, once again, he's being crystal clear with his disciples. He's using language that they can understand. The word ransom was used throughout the Old Testament as money or service being paid to someone in return for freedom. So slaves and prisoners, they could be redeemed and freed by paying a ransom. Ransom was also a legal payment for someone when they committed a crime. Once a ransom was paid, freedom from legal action is given. So Jesus, he's contextualizing it. He's telling them in language that they would clearly understand that his life is going to be a ransom. He's going to the cross. He's going to die. Payment, right? Payment for freedom. Ironically, the disciples up to this point, maybe even a little bit beyond this point, they didn't even know that they were prisoners. Prisoners to the political systems, prisoners to the religious system of their day, prisoners of trying to gain glory and gain power. All of us are prisoners to something at times. So I think, I ask, are we any different today? Well, we all have our different battles. So what are you and I prisoners to? What do we need freedom from? Freedom from today? DJ's going to come up here and play Through the Wondrous Cross. I invite you to come to the front and write down some things that you need freedom from today. I have slips of paper and some things up here. What are you struggling with today? Bring it to the cross. We all have things in our lives that are getting in the way of true service to God. Bring it to the cross and remember that Jesus laid down his life as ransom. Come down and pray some ways you want to serve him, Lord, this Lenten season or this year. will lead us to the only through the sacrifice of Jesus that this wondrous cross, this freedom becomes reality. This Ransom. That's the reason as Christians we so look forward to this message of Easter for years.
Praise God, because He gives us freedom through His redemption. And if you wrote things down, or if you just thought of them in your seat as you spent time with the Lord, know that His desire is for your freedom from those bounds, and that those chains would be torn off, and you would know freedom in Him. Because who the Son has set free, right, is truly free indeed. We are going to sing that song that I was playing on the piano together as our benediction. You will stand with me. We are going to sing straight through all four verses because they just flow one right into the other. And I pray that the words of these will not only be a benediction for you, but will bless you this week as you go. May he be your all and you be his all.